Hello everyone. So this video is regarding the cash market sentiment indicator scanner that we have recently launched, and I'm going to talk about like its features and how to mainly use it, and how to like optimize the settings and everything. The very first thing is that talking about the cash market sentiment indicator. So we have been like watching it for the several past months, and like we have seen that how nicely it performs, and that too like this Thursday. Okay, so as you all know, like the DII is bought 11,000 CR, okay, on that day, and Nifty just pumped up right from there. So on that, and that was Nifty's expiry day as well, and the 24,500 C went I think 32x. So anyways, the main point is that like we were also live during that time, and we saw that the cash market sentiment indicator was like coming up, and yes. So the thing is that you can also see it now, that is like though Nifty was falling down, the cash market indicator score was going up. Okay, so it was, I mean, purely going strictly going up, and before the pump it went to the positive zone, and then like it all happened, like it shot up. And not only that, like you can also go, so this is 7th August Nifty expiry. You can also check out Sensex expiry. We were live, and it helped us to like track the 3 p.m. move on Sensex expiry. So the lives are already there on our YouTube channel. In the live section, you can go and check out those videos. So yes, so we saw that like this cash market sentiment indicator has a very huge potential. So why just use it on the like the chart that is open? So why so we can also scan the other stocks as well, and so take the full advantage of it. Okay, so that's why we have built the scanner, and now let's dive deeper into the scanner. So talking about the scanner, if you see that we have like majorly three sections. Now, why the three sections, and what are the three sections? We are going to talk about it. So the very first section is the top gainers and the top losers. Okay, and along with it, you have all those buy percent, sell percent, net percent. We are going to talk about what are those also, but that is the main section: top gainers and top losers. Then the next segment, which is like big buy and the big sell. Okay, and then the next segment, which is this one, that is the current bulls and the current bears. Okay, so these are the three segments, and now you might say that like I mean, I'm on a mobile, so like this will all take up the screen space. So for you all, like suppose the very first thing is that if you just want the cash market sentiment indicator, you don't want the scanner like before, so you can just untick here. Okay, and the scanner will go out. I mean, the scanner won't show, and it will be just similarly how you used to have the cash market sentiment indicator. Now, even if you have put out the scanners, so then also like there are three segments, and so this is the first segment, column 1 to 8, second segment, column 9 to 14, and the third segment, 15 to 22. So whichever like segment you want, you can keep it on your charts and uncheck the remaining ones. Okay, the show status text, which is this one, so which shows you like how many symbols it's scanning and how many are above the threshold, how many are below, and so on. So even if you don't want that as well, so you can uncheck it, and also you can like customize the font, so you can make it small, tiny, according to your need or your screen space. And yeah, so and first of all, like talking about, we have listed all these like in for indices you have Nifty and Bank Nifty, because the cash market sentiment indicator needs volume, and for Fin Nifty, Bank Nifty, sorry, BankX, Sensex, and mid cap, you don't have volume actually, like on TradingView. So that's why like for indices we have Nifty and Bank Nifty, and then for stocks you all know that we have volume everywhere there. So I have listed down the stocks in a very nice way, like for the Nifty 50, the top 10 with weightage given, and then 11 to 20. So after Nifty 50, they are all like stacked according to the sectors, so that like you can go and check mark all the stocks in that sector, and you can track the sector itself. Okay, so that is how we have designed it. And the pharma, you have stocks, FMCG, so all these are there. Okay, so yes, there are like uh, 200, more than 200, I think almost near about 250 stocks are there. So we can add more as well, so no problem to that, but this script becomes very very heavy. Okay, so anyways, if you don't want the script to be heavy, then you have to like manually input the symbols. Like here, it's just you have to check mark and it's done. So anyways, now coming back to the scanner. Okay, so the talking about the scanner. So as you all know that TradingView has a limit of putting 40 symbols like at a time in a scanner, or in any indicator you can pull 40 requests at a time. And so talking about here, if you see number of symbols we are currently scanning is 33. So you can also go up to 40, but it's not recommendable, because though TradingView says that the limitation is fine till 40, but like at 40 I have also seen it works fine, but very rarely it might hang up, and then you might have to restart it again. Okay, so that's the thing. But again, you can also put 40 stocks, but the recommendable would be like 35 to 36. Okay, so for the ultimate best performance. Now talking about here, that is let's go to the 1 minute chart. So why? Because like there will be many instances which we'll be able to see on the 1 minute chart. So that's why like going for the 1 minute chart, and let's make a replay button. So yeah, so let's make it too small, let's say. Okay, so talking about here, that is the very first thing is that like you have the top gainers, and then the buy percentage, sell percentage, net percent. So what are these and how are these determined? So the very first thing, if you go to the settings, you will notice the period or the length on which the cash market sentiment indicator is calculating. So you don't have to change that. If you want, you can like experiment with it, but by default I also use it as 20. Okay, so for intraday purpose, it's 20 is good. Now talking about the next things, so these are like which I sometimes change, and on which the like all those buy percentage, sell percentage are calculated. So now let's talk about this threshold. Okay, so this is 20. So this threshold is 20 means what? That is, now the very first thing is that you can also say that like I can just simply make a watch list, or I can have a watch list on my trading view, and I can simply see who are the top gainers or the top losers. Okay, but the main point is not that. So like as I showed you that on Thursday market was, Nifty was coming down, but our cash market sentiment indicator was going up, right? So it basically tries to track the big institutions, what the smart money is doing in the cash segment. And so that is like that you cannot get on the watch list. Okay, in the top gainers or top losers, so there they will show you like according to the percentage change from the previous day. Okay, but we are tracking the volumes and like so with some like complicated formulas, we are trying to figure out whether the I mean the move is volume supported or not, or the big institutions they are buying in the cash market, though market is falling they are buying, or though market is going up they are selling. Okay, so that means we can expect a reversal or kind of that. So and you have seen that it's working. Okay, so again I always say that don't believe my words. So you go and check out the live performance, and you see that we have seen that it's working, and that's why we are going with the scanner. Now, coming back to the scanner again here, like so the buy percentage. Okay, so the buy percentage is determined through that score. You can also change this 20. So what it means is like the cash market sentiment indicator, it gives a score from -100 to +100. Okay, now mostly like I mean it mostly remains like, let's say like if a good amount of buying is happening, so then the score would be like 10 to 30, and if heavy buying is happening then 50 or 80. Okay, so really goes up to like 100 or something, or negative 100. But the thing is that like 20 is the best one that I have seen. And but that is on 1 minute time frame. So if you like go for higher time frame, so what you can easily do is you can check out like how much the cash market sentiment indicator is going. And usually the 20 is good. Okay. And yes, now talking about here, that is like whenever the score is greater than 20, then it considers in the buying zone. Okay. And 20 or more than 20, and whenever it's 20, negative 20 or less than negative 20, it considers in the sell percentage. Okay. And how are these percentages calculated? That is for the day, for that day, like the total number of bars, and the total like you have the total number of bars whichever time frame you are on. And then like in the numerator we are keeping the number of bars where the score went more greater than or equals to 20, let's say, for the buying percentage. Okay. And we are dividing it by the total number of bars so far during that day, during that intraday, during that till that moment. Okay. And so that's how we are calculating the percentage, and also that's how we are calculating the sell percentage. Now if the bar lengths in the cash market sentiment indicator, the bar lengths are like within negative 20 to positive 20, so then it won't be considered in the buying or the selling. Okay, so they would be neglected. So that is how we are considering the buying and the selling. And and again, for every stock with respect to that its cash market sentiment indicator, it's being calculated. Okay, so I hope now the buy percentage and the sell percentage is clear, and the difference is the net percentage. Okay, so now with respect to the net percentage, we are like dynamically adjusting the stocks. Okay, so let me go for a replay so that you better understand. So let's say this is like Monday today. So let's start from the morning. So, or let's say, so you get a better understanding. So what happened, and yeah. So now let's start it. Okay. So and also we have kept the background transparent, a classy one, so that like even if the table is on your chart, so you can still see the chart whichever is placed, and so that you don't have any problem so far. Now you can very well see that like how it went. And again, the cash market sentiment indicator, there is no repaint. And like all of you know, those who have been following me, whatever I build, so I make sure that there is no repaint. Okay, so repainting doesn't make sense because anyways, now coming back to the main thing, that is yes. So talking about here, that is like if you see, that is these top gainers, so I mean the list will be adjusted with respect to the net percentage. Okay, so in decreasing order. So just a second. So yes, in replay mode, sometimes like TradingView has a limitation of computational power. So anyways, let's decrease two more stocks. So but because what happens is like in real time, so it still gets time, but in replay mode, like the bars are like going very quickly, and so that's why like it doesn't get too much time. And that's why the like it's like the pine script limitation. But again, like I will also come live with the table, and you will see that like there is no lag in real time. Okay, while the market is on. So anyways, again, let's start it. So again, you will see that like the list is dynamic, so the names will be moving up and down. So it will be like according to the like decreasing order. Okay, so with the top, like now the buy and the sell difference, if it is like the more the buy difference, so the stock name will be above. Okay, in the list. And similarly for the top losers, if the like the buy and the sell, it's absolute value, so according to its absolute value, so we have again listed them. So that means like the name which is at the top, So that is like heavy selling is going on there. And today, not like if you go and check out in the morning, NTPC was in the like top losers list. And so again, let me tell you that top losers and top gainers is respect to, okay, let me pause it here. I have to show you something. So with respect to the number of stocks that you have selected, okay, so it's not like it's scanning all the stocks in the 200 stocks and everything. So it's scanning like the number of stocks. Like here we have selected 30 symbols. Out of that 30 symbols, it's showing which are the top gainers and which are the top losers. Okay. Now again, like if your trading view like plan permits, so you can open the scanner several times or on several windows, and you can scan several stocks. So you don't have any limitation there. So anyways, again, if you have seen today morning, I posted on X, NTPC was in the top losers list, and yes, it went down. Okay, and not only that, like HCL Tech, we like if you go and check out the last day full performance of the scanner I posted there, also HCL Tech was there, and today also it was in the morning in the top gainers at the top. So their buying was happening, and so we get to know all these, like where big institutions are selling, where big institutions are buying, and so on. Okay, and even in Titan also we saw. Now that is the beauty of this. And like I hope the first section is very clear, the top gainers and the top losers. Now talking about this big buy and the big sell. Now what happened was, like, you will see that these green balls and these red balls are coming, appearing and going out. Okay, so now what is the condition behind those green and the red balls? So the green and the red balls, so we have kept the score or like to be 40, or by default it will be 50. You can also put it as 50. So whenever in any like the stocks that you have selected, so if the score of the current like cash market sentiment is 50 or more than 50, or negative 50 or less than negative 50, so then for that moment it will show that red ball or the green ball. So that means someone is heavily selling or heavily buying there at that moment. Okay, so now here what happens is that, like, right now here you will see that in the top gainers list Bharti Airtel is there, and it was like 1104, and you see that someone is selling now. Okay, so there is a red mark, and so the red and the green doesn't depend on the top losers or the top gainers. So in the top losers, if the red comes, so that means further selling is happening. In the top gainers, if the green ball comes, so that means further buying is happening. But if the opposite happens, let's say like this Bharti Airtel, so like it's in the top gainers list, so that means someone was buying there, and now suddenly we saw red ball, so that means suddenly someone also started selling there, big selling, and so that means there is a high chance that we can see a reversal from there. Okay, and similarly, like in the top losers list, if we suddenly see that a green ball is appearing, so that means it like someone is buying and it can go up. So a reversal is expected there. Okay, so this is the one. And now what happens is that, like, this red ball and the green ball, they come and go, because suppose like the score went to 55, and then the next score came down to 45. Okay, so now here the green ball came and went out. Now, so suppose you were not looking at the screen, so you missed. So that's why we have kept this big buy and the big sell. So whenever this is hit, like this green ball or the red ball, so it doesn't depend again whichever list it's in. So it will show up, the name will show up here. Okay, and also please note that the same name can show up in both these lists, in the big buy and the big sell, according to when like it was the condition was hit, and the last time the condition was hit. So it can happen that several times the condition was hit. The last time the condition was hit, so the time will be noted down here, and according to the time the list will be arranged. Okay, so the latest one where the signal has hit, so it will be at the top, like you can see Titan. Okay, and also throughout the day how many times it went above, let's say we have put here 50, so throughout the day, how many times the score went above 50? So it's 3 times so far. Like we are so far till 11. So far it went to 3 times. So there were like at that moment the buying started in Titan. Okay. And so that's why you get to know like this things like where what is happening. And like if you look at the top of the list, so you get the current one, like where currently like the smart money is buying or selling. Okay, so now here Bharti Airtel, again you see it came down here. So and also now the same name can be in both these lists. So according to when it was hit, so you have to see I mean the which condition was hit recently. Okay, and also which conditions frequency is more, so which one occurred more during the day, so that is also important. So that is the thing, like this is coming down to the frequency. Okay, so now let's make the sorry, let's make it normal so that you get those rows there. So you will see that there is frequency. Okay, so what is that frequency? The frequency is like you will see also a number written there. So if you see, if I run it now, that number changes, like you see the number of bars. So it basically calculating the number of bars for the day. So there are like so far 118, 119, as you can see 120 bars, out of which that big selling or the big buying happened these many times, the count. Okay, so that is what it's saying. And here also like out of those 133 bars, these many times then like the score went below negative 50. Okay, 50, negative 50 or below negative 50. So that is what it's showing. Okay, and yes, now coming down to the next thing, that is the current bulls and the current bears. Okay, now you might not need this. You might say that I already have the top gainers and the top losers list, why do I need this? So why do you need this? Because the main thing is that suppose like the top gainers, or like suppose a stock is in the top gainers list. Okay, and now so that means like yes, buying has happened, but now suppose you want to go long there. So now currently also if buying is going on there or not, so that is also important. And that's why we have put this current bulls or bears. Or let's say that a stock was in the top losers list and let's say you have shorted. Okay. So then it also is important that like still the selling is going on or not. Okay. So that's why we have the current beer segment as well, that like gives you like if you see that still selling is going on, still the name is there in that list, so that means you know that currently there is selling going on, and you don't have to go and look at all these like you might have many positions in many stocks, so you don't have to go and look at everywhere. So that is the advantage of this thing. And now so I think TradingView is having some limitation, because I also made the video which I posted yesterday, so there it did not happen like this. But anyways, like sometimes it TradingView has some problems. Anyways, still, if so again, like I'm in replay mode, so that's why I have like I'm decreasing the number of symbols. Okay, but while real time, you don't have to, because as I said, like in while we are in replay mode, so each of the bars is like coming very quickly, so it has to calculate all these very quickly. So that's why due to the limitation of the Pine script it's happening. But in real time you can put 40 stocks also, it will run. And again, as I said, like 36, 35 to 36 would be the best one. Okay, and so now coming back here, that is that's why we have the current one. And like for the current one we have also put the score. So what is the current score, that also you can see. And how is this determined, the current one? So according to the this one, the threshold. Okay, so according to this threshold, like if it is above 20 or below negative 20, so it's selected in the current bears and the current bulls, and also in the top gainers and the top losers list. And only in the big buy and the big sell it's considered in this one, like the big buy big sell score. Okay, and again the score, that is the current cash market sentiment indicator score, as you can see here. And again the frequency is here, and the percentage is, that is out of, let's say here 200 bars. So out of 200 bars, let's say HCL Tech, it's like more than 20, it's 133 bars. So that means like 133 divided by 200 multiplied by 100. So that is the percentage. Okay, so that's how it's being calculated. And yeah, so that is the overall thing and about the scanner. And also, if you like want to go to the setting, there is not much in the settings. Like if you want it to be in ascending order, like I think the decreasing order is the best, because once you look at the top losers list or the top gainers list, in the top of the list you have the top names where the big money, like the smart money, is heavily buying or heavily selling. So if you want still in ascending order, you have that, and maximum rows is 40, because you cannot even have more than 40 rows, because at max you can select 40 symbols. And here you have like all the name of the stocks. And again, if you don't want to show the input, so you can uncheck this inputs and status line. So and only the name will be shown. And even if you don't want that, so you can go to the trading view settings and remove it. So anyways, like that is what the scanner is doing, and that is how it's like helping us. And not only that, like today was the first day, and I have posted like I think we got NTPC in the morning, and then we got Titan, and then also we got like Bajaj Finserv. So like, so we got many others as well. So like these were the notable ones. And I hope I have discussed everything. And again, if you don't want any segment, you can just close it out. So close it. So let me show you. So so let's say I don't want the current one. Okay, so that means like I'll be checking this one, and so the current one will be gone, and we'll have the remaining one. Yeah. So as you see, like the current one is gone, and now we are having the remaining two segments, that is big buy, big sell, and the top gainers and the top losers. Okay, and again, like it's all up to you. Whatever you want, you can put it on your screen. You can also play around with these values as well. And yeah, so that's the thing for again this video. And also talking about the alerts, you have also like you can go to the alert segment, add alert. So yeah, so if you come down here, so bullish symbol alerts you have, bearish symbol alerts, big buy, big sell orders alerts also you have. So all these alerts also you can put like whenever some big sell or big buy will happen, so it will alert you. And so as you know, the trading view alert, so which like whichever stocks you have selected, and on whichever time frame you are putting the alert, so it will like hit those alerts like and give you the alerts like with respect to those. Like suppose after setting the alerts, you change the time frame, or you let's say change the symbols. So whatever you do, it doesn't matter. Like when you're setting the alert, so whatever you have selected and so that will be set in the like alerts. Okay, and so I hope like uh, guys like you are enjoying the scanner. And again, those who are not members as well, like I post on X as well. So I hope like everyone like you are all enjoying the scanner. And yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. And I hope like if you liked my work, so don't forget to put a like. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.